Yeah.
You may not be able to do that week in, week out when you play for a team like Leeds and you're playing in the Premier League because it's difficult. But I'm like, yo, we're gonna get some highlight clips.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a compilation at the end of the season. You're gonna have to pick at least 2 to 3 really bad techno songs. Shitty EDM.
Well, another thing we wanted to talk about, especially after seeing Leeds, they played a preseason match. I think it was against Cagliari from Italy. And
some of these through balls.
Brandon Aaronson getting a hat trick of assists. This is an interesting thing because Brandon Aaronson is for the U.S. He's more known as either a winger.
He kind of does play winger. That kind of finds himself central sometimes.
But
he's not really your creative, or regista almost, which is kind of what he's doing at Leeds.
For Leeds, it seems like this kid's gonna be like an
Brendan
8.
Pierlosin, dude.
Okay, Brendan McKennie. I don't know. But I mean, that ball outside of the boot, getting to Patrick.
Perfectly weighted. Perfectly weighted.
Such a perfect ball. And again, the play after play, we're gonna start seeing Tyler Adams. People have been doing the compilation of touches for Tyler Adams, and he had a really good preseason game like a week ago. So we asked ourselves the question, and we'll put it out to the audience as well.
Because we both play fantasy football.
Right.
Fantasy Premier League. I will make a team and forget about it, and then find myself in 7th place at the end of the season. But I kind of feel, you know how like sometimes you want to put a player from your own team? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
just to have just like one of your favorite club players in there, even if it's the demise of your team, like in your case, Everton. I kind of feel the calling to put an American in my squad.
Right. So
at least one.
So the question we have is, which American player in the Premier League will have the best fantasy season?
So obviously the best options are Pulisic.
Yeah.
Might not get minutes. I think I looked at this morning, 6 million. Which, if you look at it on the ranking, that's pretty low.
That's pretty low. It's a good deal, maybe.
Right. Brandon Aaronson, 5.5.
And it looks like he's going to be
a steal,
a starter. Him and Tyler Adams. Who knows how these games are going to go? It is, they were playing an Italian team, a lower, bottom of the table kind of Italian team.
Right. Leeds is not going to be. They might not have the opportunity to really be balling this season because they're going to be surviving.
Esteban Osegueda said, as a Leeds fan who didn't like Marsh's appointment, can't lie, I'm excited for what we can get out of this squad. Look at this.
And I know Esteban knows how to pronounce Nunez. Okay. Just off that name, bro.
So, look, changing hearts, changing minds. I thought the loss of Rafinha would be...
No, they got this new kid, Cisteria, what's his name?
Cisneros or...
No.
I know who you're talking about.
Sistenia or something like that.
Yes. So, but I thought the loss of Rafinha was going to be, a little too difficult to overcome. But it looks like they might be all right. And as far as we were kind of saying like Leeds might get relegated. I still think they're bottom, maybe at the bottom 10.
Dude, they're certainly not going to be. They're not going to finish in the top 7 or top 10.
But seeing Tyler Adams in the midfield, the one concern I had was he's a bit of a smaller guy. And the Premier League is no joke when it comes to like just aerial duels and some of these monsters that are back there. And he was holding his own in this game. I know it's only one game.
Sinisterra, and he's Colombiano.
Luis Sinisterra. Okay. Has an injury expected.
23.
Expected back mid-August.
He's going to be back at the beginning of the season.
So, Yanni Mars said, "Don't sleep on Bamford." Yeah, Bamford had injury-plagued last season.
I thought you got emotional, man.
No.
I mean, his injury wasn't that bad.
I'm having club soda.
Yeah. His injury wasn't that. He's back, dude. Relax.
It was just a really difficult
injury. I mean, why does it have to hurt for the whole season?
But I mean, Bamford the year before he got hurt. How many goals did he have? He had like 12 or 30. I mean, he was crushing it.
But here's the thing: in order for you to score goals, you need service.
Yes.
Can Brandon Aaronson be that guy?
when you get 3 assists in a game, even though it's preseason.
And by the way, they weren't like lucky assists or anything. They weren't even like system-based assists.
Yeah.
These were vision, perfectly weighted balls. This was incredible.
I think the impressive thing here, Brendan Aaronson's growth. I mean, we were watching him 3 years ago.
The baby boy.
For the Philadelphia Union.
Sweet little baby boy. We had to carry him.
And he was good. And you're like, oh, wow, this young kid is good. And
then he went to Salzburg. And we're like, yo, that young man is pretty good.
And it's just the development in, I don't know if it's puberty or what. I don't know. But it was just so instant. Like, it just truly incredible.
But it also goes to show that you have to be a real professional to be able to look at someone playing in a league like MLS and rate how well they can play in Europe. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, it's hard for me to say, like, is he balling because maybe the level of competition isn't as high? Or what are those things that this player is doing that would make me as a scout for a European club go, he could do this in Europe? Watching him do this, even against Cagliari, and it doesn't matter who it is, just watching someone like Brendan Aaronson absolutely shine.
Yeah.
You may not be able to do that week in, week out when you play for a team like Leeds and you're playing in the Premier League because it's difficult. But I'm like, yo, we're gonna get some highlight clips.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a compilation at the end of the season. You're gonna have to pick at least 2 to 3 really bad techno songs. Shitty EDM.
But at this point, it does feel like kind of what Esteban was saying about. I think Jesse Marsch can with time can win some people over. And look, and the decisions that he has made, yes, are they biased? He's bringing in American players that he has also coached.
A lot of American players, yeah.
He has also coached. It just feels like there's a lot of pressure on the United States of America on this man because the perception of Americans in Premier League football is going to be helped or hurt
from manager down to player. And isn't Chris Armas now a part of his coaching staff?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think Chris Armas.
Please confirm. I know he's not with Manchester United anymore.
I still can't believe Chris Armas was with.
But I can see him being with Leeds. I guess they worked together before.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Chris Armas.
Okay. It doesn't seem like he is.
Well, there's no way to tell. No, look, to join hasn't yet. But Chris Armas to join Leeds United managerial staff.
Look at that.
Get the cones out, my G. That's right. A Puerto Rican in Leeds. Can we just put a GoPro on him when he goes to the store?
So look, I think they're gonna have a good year. If this preseason is
Armas declined to join. What you doing that's better?
Oh, that's interesting.
Wow, he got beef?
Maybe he wants a head coaching job. What's so funny about that?
Probably back in MLS. Well, he failed at that in MLS twice.
I wouldn't say. Didn't he win a Supporter Shield?
He got fired twice.
How did he get fired twice?
He got fired in
Oh, that's
Red
right, in Toronto.
Toronto.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, but look, there was some success. I believe he won a Supporter Shield. I could be wrong.
Yeah, maybe.
It could have been Marsh that won that year, but please correct me if I'm wrong.